right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Demon Slayer, Season 2, Episode 8. Oh boy.
We got a sibling combo.
Yep, we got
and
a tentacle
I love
backpack.
sibling combos.
Indeed, yeah. Having siblings fight at the same time is just a wonderful to see the coordination and the abilities, work off of each other.
And
so,
yet,
cool.
and yet there's a parasitic aspect potentially to the brother, or some kind of symbiotic, kind of weird, something or other.
Something fucky's going on. But also, Tengen, he has a lot of allies that could fight with him, but how much would they be able to help is the real question, because upper six.
Yeah, right now we need to split them up, basically.
Yeah.
And if he can't do that, this is going to be a problem. Or at the very least, he's going to need the reinforcement of his wives.
Right.
Also, another thing here, now maybe makes a bit more sense how she was able to kill 7 Hashira, because
the stuff up till now would not have cut it.
No.
But
this seems like there's been a bit of a surprise hidden waiting for us all along.
And maybe because Tengen is the Sound Hashira, and maybe among some other things, he was able to figure out that something was up before maybe the original plan, which would have been oh, surprise, you thought I was weak, now you're dead.
Yeah.
But
all right, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
Holy shit, this episode.
Oh my god. The animation, the action, this was just so quick, so intense that in some ways this might be my favorite of all the action bits we've ever had in Demon Slayer. Other than maybe
think
the
I would
Rengoku,
agree.
The Rengoku what's his name fight in the
Akaza,
movie.
Akaza, yeah,
because that had all the music attached to it as well.
Right, and this one it's a movie, so
totally.
Okay.
But the fact that we had dialogueless, just hardcore action for the most part for minutes straight,
This kind of blew me away because there were so many things moving. It's something where Demon Slayer as a show has a wonderful aesthetic with the different breathing techniques, so that we can see different colors and things like that, and it's really cool, right?
Yeah.
This had very little of that, and I feel like those are the things that are stereotypically flashier, right?
Yeah.
But here, no. We don't need that. That would, in fact, most of the time be too much, because we have blood blades whirling around and tentacle ribbons flying everywhere.
Exactly. We already have enough color to last us.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
This was everything that I was hoping it would be. And I love that Tengen also did the tactical thing right out the gate of separating the two of them. It's nope, we are not letting you become a little murder ball. No, I'm taking you and yeeting you far, far away. And then they end up splitting up, because of course they do, right? Because they don't want them to meet back up.
Yeah,
right?
and just to reiterate, what he did was actually to go for a headshot on both of them immediately. He didn't split them up. That was Zenitsu. Zenitsu.
That's right. Yes.
He went for kill shots on both of them, got her head beheaded, and missed on the other guys by just grazing it, and that would have ended it right there. So his assassination, ability to just go for the kill shots with the least amount of, effort, but the most immediate total effect, didn't work. Zenitsu comes in with Inosuke, caused a bit of a distraction, and while she's monologuing, he just full on
lightning juggles her.
Yeah, lightning juggles her, yeah.
All right.
Sends her up into the sky, and it's all right, fight's on. Let's go. I also love that, they've obviously, gotten a bit stronger.
Sure.
The boys in general. But the fact that this is just Zenitsu's way of fighting now.
Right. It's not like he falls asleep and for a little bit he's, useful. No.
He's asleep.
Total concentration sleepwalking.
Exactly. Total concentration sleepwalking. Yeah. But then has the ability to even speak and give a little bit of a chastening, a little bit of a
reprimand.
Reprimand.
How dare you? This is why I'm going to take you down. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
I love it.
The demons have been given their motivation. It was one that I think made a little bit of sense with the foreshadowing thus far. But the idea that these two are linked, literally with their eyes, the eyes that, the brother has, and then Daki has in her forehead. So on some level, there's an aspect of them that is shared, that is conjoined, or is some kind of
sure,
similar
demon stuff
entity.
gets crazy. Yeah.
Well, no, but the thing is that there's possibly some aspect of this that is tied to their actual origin, meaning that eye doesn't necessarily have to be just a demon thing. Like, that could be a thing that is part of like who they were back when they were humans.
Right, yeah. And we got it implied that it's we suffered in the way that a lot of these people suffer here. We were like, and so now this is our vengeance. Cool. That is a great, quick and simple way to explain their MO, why they do all these missions in the same sort of format, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, why they're not going to be convinced to just give it all up. Right? That's not how this is going to work. One, it's been too long, but two, the things that were probably done to them were extreme enough where they are absolutely going to be going on their vengeance rampage.
Yeah, they have no remorse of any
until they burn away in the sun. Like that's just how this is going to go.
So, all right, this is the way you're going to have to do things. You're going to have to drag this fight out all the way until the morning. This is going to be exactly like Mugen Train and thing. Right. I think is that we're going to have a fight on the roofs. Okay.
Yep.
That's good. That means that the demon is at a disadvantage because, at the very least, while she has free sight of everyone, so her ribbons can do what they need to do. Eventually, she'll have to seek cover.
Right.
And, we'll see.
But this fight is on a timetable because poison is in the works, and specifically in Tengen's bloodstream. And while he is resistant, he's not immune. So that's going to be there are a lot of fun mechanics that are at work here to make this fight not just interesting, but also dynamic. So Tengen, he won't be able to fight too long.
Nope.
Tanjiro is coming into this already injured. Cool.
Yeah.
The two demons that they're fighting, they could behead the sister, but they need to behead both of them at the same time. So it's not just you need to beat one of your fights and then the two can go and help out, with the other group. No. You got to beat them both.
This is literally a video game mechanic that's used a lot, is the idea of when you have dual bosses, you literally have to bring them both down to 1% and then kill them both. Otherwise, oh no, you killed one of them too early. Well, the other one enrages and wipes the whole group. So, too bad. Right. I think that there's a really cool possibility, though, that they just cut the head off of the lady, though, and Zenitsu just grabs it and just runs away.
I think that would be
that'd be really goofy and funny.
It would be the peak Demon Slayer kind of like silliness, while at the same time being something that mechanically makes a lot of sense. Zenitsu is very fast, and if he just gets the head and books it
and runs,
and then suddenly, hey, then Inosuke is able to help them deal with the brother.
We don't have the brother's name, or at least I don't remember his name.
Yeah, it's on there. I think it's a bit further down. But okay, so, and then we also had one of the wives helping out. Gyutaro. Thank you.
Gyutaro, that's right. Yeah.
We had one of the wives helping out, but the other two are helping get everybody out of the city, which makes a lot of sense. You don't want the demons to be able to eat humans during the fight and get souped up. Cool.
Yep. And Wisteria-laced kunai being an anti-demon shinobi weapon is a really cool way to have some of the mechanics that have been world-building wise brought up in a long time ago, but having it be also displayed in such a way that there's no way that the demon could know that that's what it is until it actually hits them.
Right.
So I like this on multiple levels because, one, if you're a human and you're fighting a demon, you're probably not going to outspeed the demon. But if you fire a shotgun blast of a bunch of these kunai, the demon goes, okay, I'll avoid, 37 of the 40 of them.
Right.
Cool. Three of them hit me in non-vital areas for slight nicks, whatever.
Right, doesn't matter.
Oh, shit, wait a minute.
Why am I not healing now?
I feel something a bit funky, and then
my
Tengen
legs
comes
are gone.
in, legs are gone.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, shit.
Right.
so wait a minute. Actually, the Ys could end up being insanely important if it's not a thing of where now you have to kill them at the same time. You need to maybe hit them both with Wisteria, just in general.
Yeah.
And then just keep hitting them with that so that they don't, cycle out that.
Which is also fun, because if the demons are going to use poison, it's like, hey, you're up against a bunch of ninjas.
Poison on poison, baby.
Poison on poison.
Yeah.
And specifically a kind of poison that'll only affect demons. So she can fire it at the two of them, hit her husband as well. And it's like, that was so metal.
That was
just
so
being
cool.
like,
yeah,
no, I'm going to let them hit me because this gives me an opportunity to hit him, right?
And he would think, oh no, he's not gonna leap into the range of his own weapon here.
Yep. And also there's an aspect of seeing the shotgun blast of a billion different like weapons and projectiles and stuff. To have the opponent be like, I'm going to do the anime super deflection, and do that, and still have it not work because, oh yeah, no, you're not able to get all of them, right? It's like, cool.
You get every single one going for your head, torso, and neck.
Right? Because it's something where it elevates the rule of cool and the badassery of the demon by being able to deflect so many of them.
Yes.
But at the same time, it doesn't make it so that it feels like the fight is hopeless, because if the reflexes were at the point where you could actually deflect all of them with no consequence, then, okay, I guess we are really outclassed, and then how does Tengen reasonably beat this demon, right?
Yeah, I think you made a really good point about the hopelessness thing being a really big problem in other fights where basically the flow of the fight structurally boils down to my ultimate technique. Your technique is useless on me. Here's my ultimate technique. Your technique is useless on me. And it just goes back and forth in that.
Until at some point, it
technique
is
just
decided to
works.
end. Right. And so it's like...
So this fight is not doing that. Everything works slightly.
Yes. And that's very
really
satisfying.
Good. Yes.
Because then, if say the fight ends up going for a long time, right? Let's say, because this was episode 9, or 8. Let's say that the whole rest of the season is actually this set of fights here, right?
I think, at the very least, the next episode will be.
yeah, exactly. Right. That whole title for the next episode is very curious. But theoretically, even if it went for the whole rest of the season, I could still see it being able to keep up the tension, because there is the capability of progress to be made, right? Like little bits of progress where it's like, okay, yeah, maybe if Zenitsu and Inosuke managed to take off Daki's head, maybe then Zenitsu could run away with it.
Sure.
Maybe, if we get the brother hit with a bunch of these Wisteria kunai, maybe the anti-regeneration effects would last longer. Like maybe he just can't regenerate his legs now, and now he's going to have to fight with his blood blades to move around in his arms and, something like that, right? Yeah. Who knows? Maybe he'll have to use his sister's ribbons to move around, right? Yeah. Like, there's lots of ways that this can keep changing. Yeah. And the hope that at any moment, or the knowledge that at any moment, the fight could become something completely different, makes it moment by moment engaging, even if we think, oh, this might go on for 3 more episodes, right?
Sure.
It might end in the next episode, but, that's just something I really appreciate, because I feel like a lot of the times Battle Shonen fights, it's hard to strike that balance of having both of those.
Yeah, and because this show is ridiculously well animated, we also get really well coordinated and choreographed fighting moves, basically, within these 2-on-1 fights.
Yeah.
And Jacob and I have talked at length throughout this channel's history about how much we want to see more 2-on-1 fights in anime. And oftentimes, we have to look back to older anime that have little one-off fights like that, like in Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, for instance. That's probably one of my best examples of a good set of a lot of 2-on-1 fights. But it's usually that it's actually a 1-on fight with one person kind of semi-supporting.
Right.
Whereas already right now we have 2 2-on-1 fights that I would say are both solid 2s, basically. Each person is bringing a unique thing to the table.
Yep.
And then their opponent is also a unique opponent that is not just, some aspect of them or what have you.
In this situation with Tanjiro, it being a situation where okay, yeah, he's the main character, so it's cool that he's going to be helping Tengen, but at the same time, he's nowhere near as strong as either of these two. What is he going to do? Run interference. There are a lot of things that the sister could try and do to interfere, or the blood blades and things like that.
He's got Tengen's back,
Yeah, he's got Tengen's back. There you go. That feels like a very concrete, like well-established way that Tanjiro, with his current capabilities, can have a very meaningful contribution in here.
Yeah.
Right? And not just have it be something where it's like, oh, all of a sudden, because I'm main character, I get stronger, or, whatever.
Well, yeah, I think if anything, he's still going to have some kind of moment and stuff in this season overall where he's going to be the like primary contributor because, we're already setting up the Tengen is like Rengoku stuff already.
And he has been poisoned.
So it means, hey, this poison will kill me in a month. But if I fight like this, it's going to kill me in 6 hours.
But
or
we might
maybe less or something,
Yeah, I could see it being something where they end up beating these two, defeating them, killing them, right? But because of the injuries and things like that, Tengen dies. And something that I want to point out, it could have a similar feel to Rengoku saving every person on the train if this poison, that all it would take is a nick, and one of these kids would die, right? Because they're not resistant to poison. They are not as strong as Tengen. Nope. Didn't ever get so much as a paper cut. Like that would be pretty badass.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Talentless, you say, Tengen.
Yeah, oh, that was...
I loved his little bit of where he's like, if you can call me a talented person, you must have lived a really blessed life. Because I was like, wait a minute. Wait, Tengen, you seem like kind of an idiot, but like, wait, are you actually like super wise? What the heck? Like, hold on. Because their whole thing that they're basically railing against is that y'all are given basically such blessed lives that you didn't have to suffer or struggle through all these things. And Tengen is already slowly getting peeled back to be someone that, no, he actually has a life that sounds very similar to Tanjiro's in that almost all of his family was slaughtered. And the one person that he probably wanted to have a close connection with, a sibling, again, if you will, we got a lot of parallels running here, wanted to just be the carbon copy of his father. Right. And didn't show any respect or, in some ways, honor towards the people around him. Because
he's a ninja.
It was all just his own thing, his own life. Yep. And that's it. And Tengen might just end up being one of the most selfless characters in this story, depending on how this goes. But I would very much like to see a moment where he's kneeling down, the purple is all over him. Oh, yeah. And his wives show up on the roof behind him. And they're like, what the hell are you doing? Stand up, you fucking baka or what have you.
You fucking beautiful person. Yeah, right.
We're supposed to go, to that one, place,
We're well acquainted with your stamina. You haven't reached your limit yet.
Yeah. Are you gonna give up right here, right now? And then they pull out their kunai.
Right.
And he's like, nah, I can't.
Aren't you the kind of
show this back to my wives?
Right. Don't you let the ladies finish first? They're not done yet.
And then Gyutaro's just like, oh, for fuck's sake. You guys stop, jerking each other around. Get a room already. We're fighting here.
That is like, if there were to be one other thing that I would want to see more of in this fight before it ends, because it could end next episode maybe, right? Would be that, the other two wives get everybody out. Everybody's going in back. Okay, cool. They come back in to join up. And then we get something where it's all four of them working in beautiful, wonderful tandem, maybe stealing kisses from each other in the middle of the fight, and just taking this guy down.
I would love to see actually them being way more annoying, where they're disappearing in the shadows outside of the fight's range. And he's like, you can't look at them.
Where the fuck are they?
Keep your eyes right here.
I'm the flashiest.
And then every once in a while, little kunai comes in, nicks him in the leg. He's like, fuck. It's like,
he's playing this whack-a-mole game where it's just one of them will appear and then do something,
and then blood blades sent their way, and then they're just gone,
And then two others from somewhere else, will come in and just
and you get the unique reactions from all of them, where one is like fuck, and then the other one's like, oh fuck,
he's getting real close.
Yeah. I know, if anything, want to see them basically have their moment where she fires the kunai stuff, and then she runs away, you know, and then she comes back and joins away. She's like, okay, I used the weapon, but do we have anything more? Where's our stuff?
Okay, let's see here.
And then the one girl's like, I actually have a big stash. And then they go there and there's like, and it's just weapons. It's just like tons of weapons of death. And then they arm themselves and they're like, fuck yeah, let's go.
It's just that Matrix scene of like guns, lots of guns.
Or it's blades.
Right,
Lots
but
of
it's,
blades,
exactly.
You know?
It's just ninja implements that.
And they're like attaching things bandolier style.
See, the reason why they wear such skimpy outfits is not just because they were undercover just now, but it's because they need to have as little encumbrance as possible.
So they can carry all the things that they need.
All of the things, yeah.
Yes.
They just show up strapped with like a billion different like gadgets and stuff and whatnot.
I would love to see
awesome.
also some kind of like dangerous drugs that they could give to Tengen that's like the kind of thing of where it's like, this is going to jack you up.
You'll go all night long, babe.
But you know, you're going to be spent basically in about, 5 minutes.
Right.
So like, this will hold off the poison, or like that could be another thing as they come in with like a whole bunch of stuff of like, oh, this is going to boost your immunities and stuff really quick. It's not going to remove the poison, but it's going to keep you going longer. I would love to see that kind of support system come in.
And there are many jokes that could be made.
There's so many jokes that could be made. But
yeah. we can keep you up, babe. Don't worry.
Yeah. Tag team it.
Yeah.
My turn.
And then meanwhile, right, with all of this, theoretically, if just the four of them are taking on this guy, imagine if Tanjiro then joins the fight with with his buddies, and then this girl, she's,
that could be
toast.
that could be a cool big moment for him, is basically getting to speak to her as the brother in his dynamic.
Oh, sure.
To her being the sister in her dynamic, where it's the thing of like, I understand what it's like for a brother to have to protect a sister, but you came after my sister.
Damn,
you
that would
like,
be
like, it's just a thing where it's just like you showed no remorse for any things you did here. I'm willing to do that, but no, not here, not
because
today.
we have seen a different side of Tanjiro earlier before the fight exploded into what it is now.
Right.
So that would be interesting to see that side of him come back. Yeah.
But yeah, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
Yes, we do streams every weekday. Info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.